Borderline Banter. And my name is Mike, and I'm your Banter for a host, or something like that. Anyway, I'm here with Dustin. Dustin, how are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I hope everyone's having a banterful evening. That's the proper way to use that. Yeah, it's a tricky word. It's a tricky one. But welcome to the world of Borderline Banter podcast entertainment.
There we go.
Hey, lurker. Let's see that lurking.
Thank you. Anyway,
we have a lot of great topics tonight.
Yeah.
Right?
We're working on it. Yeah. Just Dustin and I tonight. So I hope you guys enjoy. Please let us know if you have any questions, anything you want us to talk about. We will be watching the comments. Anything to say before we get started, Dustin?
Just, as a little bit of a teaser for everybody, we're going to be covering a wide variety tonight, all the way from geriatric skydivers to childhood shows you didn't ask them to remake, but they're going to.
Sounds
all right.
Intriguing. Okay, where should we start?
Well, here at the Banter, we always like to talk about our favorite people.
Okay.
One of those being your Canadian person, Mr. Trudeau. And actually, this article hits really close to home. Last episode, I spoke directly to Justin.
Yeah, you did, so.
And this is his response, clearly. We are, in fact, a podcast,
Yeah. No, that was very
coincidence that this literally came out right after I called him out. I was like, I don't even remember what I was telling him to do. I was shame on Justin moment.
Yeah,
I don't remember what we were doing.
But the comment was, but the ironic part is he released, the Liberal government released this on a Friday afternoon. So it was actually before our podcast, but it didn't hit the news right before that. And yeah, it was released on a Friday. Do you know why? Before a long weekend, too. Do you know why they released it on a Friday before a long weekend?
Because no one will pay attention, right?
No one's going to pay attention. Everyone's got a long weekend. Everyone's got to do shit. Yeah, so that's exactly what it is. Anyway, so let's go down to explain a little bit more. So, from what I understand, now I could be mistaken by this, but from what I understand, any company that lets podcasts happen, for instance, Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, all that fun stuff, if they make over $10 million annually, I guess it's a shitty article, but to make over $10 million annually, they have to register any Canadian contenter. Is that the proper word? I don't know what the proper word is. But yeah, they definitely are coming after our Canadians' free speech. And I said this a while back, and I had some people, you have no proof he's going to be coming at it. I was like, no, I don't, but I know he will. And yeah, here he is coming for more of our... He's just trying to cripple us. He does not want us to... I don't know exactly what it is. Now, he doesn't want us to have free speech. That's exactly what it is. He's all for, follow my rules and don't go past me. Don't say anything that I don't want to hear.
So this says that this is part of the Online Streaming Act, and that you'd be required to register with the Canadian Radio, Television, and Telecommunications Commission, CRTC.
Yeah.
Which is probably similar to one of our stupid acronyms.
And you see, Canadian Radio, that's exactly what it is. The Canadian Radio whatever, communication. It's right there. But it is, that's what it is. So, but then I can't have conversations. You and me can't have a conversation. If I drop the F-bomb, which I'm trying my best not to, I get not everybody wants to hear that all the time.
Well, what do you mean you can't? Because this is just saying you have to register, not that you have to abide by something.
No, not yet. Okay, not yet. And that's it. Oh, no, it's not gonna happen. Just wait. This is still news. We still gotta look up more on it.
Well, I mean, if this is not curtailing your freedom of speech, you still have all your freedoms to say what you want.
No, they're gonna say, because then they're gonna start saying that, if you say something they don't like, they can go back and have that platform remove it. So if I say Trudeau's a communist,
it doesn't say anything like that. It just says
it doesn't say that right now. This is a two freaking paragraph.
So you're thinking the only thing preventing that right now is anonymity?
I'm just saying that's that,
because that's all that this is changing, is being able to be anonymous online and say whatever you want. No one, even including the government, knows who you are. I mean, the government will know who you are now. Like, that's all that.
Which is cool. That's all it is right now. But there's still more to come. I'm definitely sure there's still more to come. But I mean,
you just have to look at the legislation based on what the legislation is, not what it.
But this is literally what can you get from that? When I originally posted, for some reason there was more to it, or it was a second article I posted. But
so do you know their purpose behind having people register?
If there was more to the article, they'd probably say. But
yeah,
it's about control. It's about control.
It's because they want me to unlock it.
Yeah, that's why. I was gonna say. I thought I read it. That's why.
Yeah. No, they want me to pay money to see why they hate Trudeau. So we need a better article.
Okay, whatever. We'll move on.
Well, maybe we could find one at another time that's from another news source that doesn't block me.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, I still don't like him. Clearly, I'm never gonna like him. But he is now coming for small people. It was first like he won't talk to Rebel News, which is a legit journalist company. Now he just wants to regulate everything. But that's what bad government does, I guess. But let's move on, I suppose. Is there another Trudeau story we have?
We have another Trudeau story. This one, unfortunately, just didn't have enough meat to do it. So
yeah,
this one hopefully has a little more. Absolutely false. Justin Trudeau denies flying to G20 in plane full of cocaine. Troubling example of how disinformation can make its way into media reporting. Okay, coming into this, have you looked into this at all? Did he have the cocaine?
No, I haven't, but I just thought it's very ironic how it's okay for him to throw out accusations about people and things, and it's all fine and dandy, but he gets all butthurt when he gets accused of doing something.
Well, I don't know. When he accused somebody, there was a lot of butthurt in response. So, like...
Yeah. But like
are we pretending there wasn't? There's an entire nation saying you can't come here now.
He's acting like it wasn't a big deal, though, right? Trudeau acts like it's not that big of a deal, blah blah blah. But Jerry, it's just very funny for him. But anyway, let's move in. Let's see what happened.
Ooh, cocaine. James Blaze approves of Justin Trudeau and the plane of cocaine.
Okay.
Or maybe Tammy approves. All right, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's office strongly denied the claim. Strongly, mind you. This plane was full of cocaine, quote, when he came to India.
Yeah, it makes sense, so.
Wait, isn't that the place he's been saying did the thing?
Yeah, he got stuck in India. But see, yeah, that's just before the whole conference. This is before all that happened. But,
this is absolutely false and a troubling example of how disinformation can make its way into media reporting.
Of course, you're gonna say it's false, and
that's what his office.
Remember how we talked about his plane breaking down? It all makes sense now. His plane didn't break down. He was just having a cocaine hangover for 2 days. They had to come up with an excuse why he couldn't freaking get up and leave because he was freaked up. He was freaked up on cocaine, you know. Actually, there's no evidence of that. There's no proof at all.
So Mr. Trudeau said there were, quote, credible allegations, quote, of Indian state government involved in the death of the Sikh leader. Former Indian ambassador Sudan Vora said on Monday there were, quote, credible rumors, quote, that, quote, sniffer dogs found cocaine on his plane, quote, and then Mr. Trudeau, quote, didn't come out of his room for 2 days, quote. He didn't go to the president's dinner. People say he was in a drug-induced stupor.
He does look pretty crazy sometimes. Like, his eyes do look pretty cokish sometimes. But
the show began as the anchor attempted to unpack how the brain of the Canadian Prime Minister worked.
Yeah. This is an Indian? Yeah, this is a UK story. They hate him there.
Does he have a brain?
Yeah.
He is a tiny infant.
Wow.
I can't say what's going on in his head, but I understand his behavior shows he was freaked out. He has become lonely. He is now trying to show that he is a Canadian Rambo, and nothing can go wrong in his presence. India has done the right thing by suspending visa services in Canada.
Oh, that's horrible. I don't think it was the right thing to do because most Canadians, a lot of Indians...
You're like with him in the first half, like, yeah, he does have no brain. Yeah, he is an infant. Wait a minute. No. Hold on.
It's not very fair to the Canadians who immigrated here who became Canadian.
Right. They need to do something that punishes Trudeau.
Yeah. So this
doesn't punish Trudeau.
Yeah, but that's
probably doesn't even piss him off either. He probably doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. He's I don't know. He's a horrible person. So. Do you think there's cocaine?
Just as a reminder, the dude was murdered in Vancouver by 2 masked men who fired an estimated 30 to 50 shots. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of evidence. I mean, do we have the two men, Justin? I know you're listening.
Oh.
Just release the names of the two men. How about that?
Do you think do you actually think there's cocaine on his plane?
No, I think this is India just poking back.
Yeah, I think so too, but I wouldn't put it past him. But yeah, I don't think he would actually have it on his plane.
Like, it's just...
But, yeah. Maybe that's why he did it, because he knew he got caught.
Is anyone surprised? If true, he'll not be alone among world leaders. Probably true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a rich person's party drug, so I'm sure a lot of them are into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he probably didn't have a plane full of cocaine. He probably had some cocaine.
Maybe he had a little bit of cocaine, yeah. But not
like when you say full of cocaine, I'm imagining
like
a boatload. I don't think he brought a boatload.
Exactly.
Who takes a boatload?
It could have been a handful, like
Tammy. It's all Tammy.
Anyway,
Tammy used to go to G20.
That's
it's funny though. It's just like
absolutely false. Yeah, I don't know. I still believe India over Trudeau, but these are probably inaccurate claims.
Again, I'll say the same thing I said to Justin. I'll say the same thing to India. Show me the evidence of the cocaine on the plane. I want to fucking see the evidence. Show it to me.
But they just said dogs were alerted, so
maybe then you should have fucking searched it.
Yeah, maybe Charlie Sheen was on the plane with them and did all.
You know, just like Justin needs to show us evidence that India killed the guy. You know, don't just say it. Show it. Oh. So, anyways, I mean that's probably enough about your president, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about my president and hero who saved the day at midnight. Government shutdown averted with little time to spare as Biden signs funding bill before midnight. Remember how we talked about my government shutting down?
Did that wake him up from his nap, or?
I mean, he probably had to stay up late for this. This was probably rough.
Yeah, that's probably
midnight.
Hard, so.
Here's Chuck Schumer doing thumbs up. He's pretty happy about it too. Now, here's the deal, though. It was supposed to shut down October 10th, or October 1st, I think it was, or our 2nd, something like that. But this is only approved a 45-day spending bill. So in 45 days, this is
over.
We're shutting down again. We're back to where we are, basically.
Yeah.
So he saved the day for 45 days.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay, right? This is decent. I haven't saved the day for any number of days. Now, that being said, there's some interesting things they managed to weasel into this package.
And what is that?
I haven't actually read this article in its entirety, but I do know that they made sure to include raises for themselves.
Why wouldn't they? Come on, that makes sense.
You know,
those poor guys are suffering.
They can't agree on anything, but they can agree that they should probably give themselves raises. This says the package drops aid to Ukraine, a White House priority opposed by a growing number of GOP lawmakers, but increases federal disaster assistance by $16 billion, meeting Biden's full request. Bill funds government until November 17th. That's the 45 days. So we are no longer aiding Ukraine in our government funding.
I think he's going to be mad.
But we got more federal disaster relief, which is good for all the, hurricanes and fires and earthquakes and what else we got? We got some other things probably. Floods. New York City was flooding. So yeah, I mean the extra disaster relief is always cool. But yeah, there is this move to stop sending things to Ukraine. So I don't know what Canada's doing, but it looks like we're moving away from sending shit
we are
there.
Still sending too much. But we'll see. I think it's good to stop funding them. That's my opinion. Only my opinion. I don't think we should be funding a war that isn't ours, but.
So the other interesting thing about this whole bill is that the House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, who is a conservative, barely has his parties with him. He doesn't. In fact, in order to pass this, he relied on Democrats.
I think actually something happened today where Republicans made a motion to remove him as Speaker of the House.
They may in fact do that. So it's kind of just fun watching the party infighting. It happens on both sides at different times. This is just the conservatives doing it.
Yeah.
Biden said, this is good news for the American people. I'm going to walk off the stage now.
Yeah.
Ooh, ice cream.
Can you pull up that video of Trump acting like Biden? Here, I'll find it and send it.
I was going to say, if you could find it. He also said the United States, quote, cannot under any circumstances allow American support for Ukraine to be interrupted. and expected McCarthy will keep his commitment to the people of Ukraine and secure passage of the support needed to help Ukraine at this critical moment. So Biden basically says after this 45 days, he's expecting Ukraine to be in the actual spending budget when they pass
Ukraine probably won't make it 45 days.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll find out. And if that might just make the decision a moot point if something changes there. So we'll see. McCarthy says, we're going to do our job. We're going to be adults in the room. We're going to keep government open. You know, if we can. I added that last part. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of people this helped because they would have immediately been furloughed. Like today, I think would have been the day. More than 2 million active duty and reserve military troops would have had to work without pay. How fun is that? So we'll see. It was approved 335 to 91 with most Republicans and almost all Democrats supporting. Senate passage came with an 88 to 9 vote. That's bipartisanism right there.
Okay, I just posted the video. You can go to that.
Okay.
Now this is Trump being an asshole about Biden, which is pretty funny actually. You have to go to about 1 minute in the video. The sound would be great to be on.
The guy can't find his way off.
Sound on or off?
On, yeah, you have to keep it on.
I mean, the guy can't find his way off of a stage. Look, here's the stage. Here's the stage. I've never seen this stupid stage before, right? I've never seen it. But if I walk left, there's a stair. And if I walk right, there's a stair. And this guy gets up. Where am I?
Where am I?
Where the hell am I?
Okay, that's
Where
it.
am I?
That's it. I just thought that was pretty funny.
That's my former president.
That's your future president.
Potential future president.
Yeah. I thought that was
he's only done one term, and you're allowed two.
Yeah.
He can run until he gets that second one, technically. So, see.
Okay. Well,
he can be very charismatic and entertaining. Yeah. But hey, you got 2 on Trudeau, so I got 2 on Biden. Is that fair?
Okay, for sure.
I think we had this one for a previous episode. It just didn't make the cut, but we're going to do it now. The Grizzly Bears pushed this one out, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Biden admin issues restrictions on gas furnaces and latest war on appliances. Yeah, because I remember reading this one and then thinking the Grizzly Bear one was more crazy because, releasing Grizzly Bears.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So he says gas furnace is bad. Biden administration posted that the energy efficiency rules will curb residential energy use and carbon emissions.
Now, okay, depends on where that is. In some like southern states, okay, cool. You don't need furnaces as much. But like if there's somewhere up north, like I don't know what's up north for you guys. Montana and all that, and Colorado, aren't they chilly once you need a furnace in the winter? Like, what happens when it goes below 30 degrees Fahrenheit? Isn't that chilly? Don't you need a furnace?
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, some way of keeping warm.
Yeah. So electricity is so expensive. See, electricity is so expensive and it doesn't work as good. It gets to negative 40 where I am. I'm in Canada, mind you, and they kind of want to do that here, but it gets to negative 40. Even with my furnace, it's freaking cold. Electric heat just doesn't do it. But let's go on to see what this clown is doing to your country.
So it says the DOE is going to review and finalize energy standards for household appliances to lower costs for working families by reducing energy use and slashing harmful pollutants in homes across the nation. I mean, that's it's going to lower the costs, not raise them.
Okay, that's what they always say.
Let's see. So what is he really going to do? Require furnaces to achieve an annual fuel utilization efficiency of 95%, meaning manufacturers would only be allowed to sell furnaces that convert at least 95% of fuel into heat within 6 years. Current market standard AFUE for residential furnaces is 80%.
Okay, well, that's still...
I'm not saying you can't, but you have to upgrade your furnace to, technology's moved on. Stop using old shit.
I know that's the thing is... The thing is, recently, not recently, let's go back 10 years now. But I replaced a furnace in my house. It was 25 years old. It was still working, but I was like, no, what? It's 25 years old. Let's replace it. Why fix something that ain't broke? I'm gonna listen to that because my next furnace.
More and more, you can't fix things.
But my next furnace was only 2 years old, and it crapped out. You know, it crapped out when it was like negative 24 out, negative 25, somewhere around there. That's Celsius, but that's still like negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit. But yeah, so it's good for the environment. It's meant to be good, but yeah, they can't be forcing people. It's not really very fair to people who can't afford a new furnace and it's only to buy, so it's not gonna make everybody. I guess I can't be too mad at this. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, my question on this is, when did we have furnaces that were 95% efficient? Like, how long has this been on the market? Is this realistic to say that you shouldn't have this at home? Are we talking we've had this technology for 30 years, or are we talking we've had this technology for 6 years? Because there's a difference for me. If this has only been out for 6 years, like forcing people to do this is like, there's people that cannot afford it. Not going to happen. It's really dumb and very poorly thought out.
And you say,
because while it might be more cost efficient over time, it's not more cost efficient in the short term, as you have to pay to upgrade your utility.
I'm just trying to figure out what the price is right now on it. One.
Yeah, and I can't find like a date or year even when like furnaces were starting to be made this way.
There's a 90% furnace, but 95% furnace. It's very hard to find prices for some reason. I don't know why. Just ask it, suggesting a quote. That's because most of them won't sell you a furnace directly. They'll want to sell you a furnace plus their service, you know, the install fee. Because yeah, they might make $1,000 off off the unit, but they want to make that money off of the service fee. I mean, the install fee. But I can't find a price, so sorry guys, I can't find nothing. But yeah, it's not very fair to make people change it, but hopefully they're not going to make them change it. And
the other angle I would look at this is how many different companies are producing these 95%, these high efficiency ones. Is it a single company or is it multiple? Because if it's a single company, bullshit. Absolutely do not do this shit. So how long this has been available, have this available, is big for me, and whether or not this sort of regulation should happen. Yeah. Now, obviously, I don't have a choice. The big man Biden's doing this, so the question is, will they be able to do anything about people who have these in their homes? Probably not. What they're probably going to be able to do, though, is the big box stores that actually sell this shit won't be able to sell this 80% ones anymore. So that's at least my thought on it, is if you already have one, they can't really come in and find out.
No.
Take it. Like, there's no.
But that's not what it is. It's about selling them. It's like places won't be able to sell them.
If you're somebody who doesn't have one right now, you now have to buy the more expensive. Because, let's be honest, did you see the prices at all?
No, I can't see any prices. They're all covered.
I wish we could confirm it, but I mean, the assumption
okay, here's one. Right? 80,000 BTUs, 95% efficient, Home Depot, 2,200 American. So
what was the difference?
That's 95%. What's an 80% one? Sure. And don't 80% furnace.
This says, okay, so I don't know where this is from, but it's saying a 95% AFU furnace will save you 15 cents on every dollar spent on gas. Okay, that's great, but that's 15 cents on every dollar for over a long ass time to recoup the cost. And this is saying the 95% furnace will typically cost about $1,100 more than the 80%.
So there it is.
So if you're somebody who doesn't have a furnace, you now have to put another $1,000 in to have one. So that's where Mike was getting at, like,
but yeah, let's see what happens. Hopefully there's a black market on that.
And then the other thing is, like, landlords and people that have Airbnbs and shit will have to replace their appliances if they. I mean, that'll be
just another cost.
Laid down on them to do that. Since in those cases they typically advertise the units with what appliances are in them, so you know. They're not going to come into my home and check mine, but like these people are advertising. Like that information's available for the government to speak. Hey, you've got appliances that violate our new thing. Okay. Gonna need you to get those updated before we condemn your building.
Yeah.
All right, I got some bad news because now we got some crossover, U.S. and Canada.
More bears, so.
So last episode we talked about Joe Biden releasing grizzly bears in rural areas. We now know that was Canada.
Yeah,
potentially.
Sad news up in Banff. Banff is actually not that far away from where I live, actually. It's probably only about an hour and a half drive. Gorgeous backcountry. It's a national park. You can go there, and if you're smart, this one. I didn't want to say that.
We're at Canada's Banff.
Banff National Park.
National Park.
Like I don't want to, because these people they hiked those trails many times, but so something clearly went wrong. But if you hike it there properly, if you use bear bells, carry bear mace on you, you should be fine. But so something went wrong. Their dog probably went crazy. I don't know. I don't know the situation, but yeah, it's sad. No, only the 2 people died and the dog died. The bear was put down as well. Which
this is
makes sense. It's sad, and I don't. It's hard to agree with it, but it's hard to disagree with it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things like a bear is clearly violent now and knows it can kill a human pretty easy.
And this is also saying that these people are, at least according to other people, they were seasoned backcountry folks, and they have bear protocol, followed to a T. Yelling "Hey, bear," that kind of thing. Like you don't want to sneak up on a bear. You want them to know you're coming and them to.
And that's what the bear bells are for.
Before you get close to the bear bells, making the noises. Is the bear bell something that is a frequency humans don't hear? Or something?
No, you still hear them, so you have to hear them. But they just make it. You hear them, but too bad.
Yeah.
It's too bad if you hear some bells ring every time you take a step, other than getting eaten by a goddamn bear.
So just for numbers, 691 grizzly bears live in Alberta, 65 of them in this national park. Now, when we were talking about what Biden was doing and how many, it was a pretty small number he was going to put in that park.
Yeah.
Just saying, it was slightly more than 65.
Grizzly bears are pretty... I think the black bears are much nicer, but have had encounters with bears in BC before, as a kid and as even an adult, and I've had them walk right past me. Like at my grandpa's house, there used to be a TV outside, so I'd be sitting out there smoking my weed at night, and one night a bear just goes by, and it was pretty scary, but it just walked by and looked at me and just kept going. And this is going back probably 25 years ago. I was walking my grandpa's dog, and at the top of the hill, this is the hill's named Cemetery Hill, by the way. But at the top of the hill, way at the top, and it's probably not the way up there, but a few blocks away, there's a big black bear, and the dog starts barking or starts running toward the bear. The bear didn't even give a shit and just kept walking. But those are seasoned bears, they know people.
Yeah.
And they're not grizzly bears.
This says 14% of grizzly bear attacks are fatal, so I don't really want to take those odds.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, so.
Yeah. In July, a grizzly bear fatally mauled a woman on a forest trail west of Yellowstone National Park. Oh, why are you coming back in my park? Come on.
Yeah, they actually
looked for the area.
Because the storms actually had to hike the trails. They didn't get the bear at 1 a.m. So yeah. But yeah, it's
grizzly bears.
We're not at the top of the food chain. Everybody thinks humans are the biggest.
I mean, when we're in our biome, we are, but
yeah,
the forest, these dense forests are not our biome. Just like when we're in deep sea, it's not our biome. We're not the predator. If you're on the Serengeti with the friggin' lions, you're not the predator. You're the prey now. We're only the top of the food chain in our areas.
And that could be the same with almost any animal.
Yeah, we're like ants. We got our anthill, and that's all we got. We've got a network of anthills with the internet. So the ants can try to catch up if they want, but good luck. All right, moving right along. I think that's all we got with the grizzly bears.
We can go more, but that's all good. So
we could go on and on about bears, but let's move on, shall we? Oprah Winfrey, Meghan Markle reportedly floated as potential replacements for Dianne Feinstein. And California Governor Gavin Newsom could even choose himself.
That's super scary.
So that's considered unlikely. It says. So let's just make sure what we're talking about here. We're talking about her Senate seat, or we're talking about somebody who will serve out the remaining 13 months of Feinstein's term.
Okay, so I would not want either of those women to be Not that it matters to me at all, but if that were any American, I would not want them to be the next Senate. Oprah, she's a horrible person. Another billionaire, right? Another billionaire that.
Oh God, yeah,
everybody
no, we don't
hates.
need that.
And Meghan, isn't she rich too? I'm pretty sure she's pretty rich.
I don't know how rich, but this is saying that the sources told the Daily Mail that Markle's name is being thrown around. So obviously take that with a grain of salt. Daily Mail.
Yeah.
Sometimes not so truthful, and also they love throwing Markle's name around as much as they can. It gets clicks. But that being said, because she's not political, so what's up? Like, she's gone out and like made commentaries on politics, but she's not a politician. She's an actress.
Fake, yeah.
I really liked the show she was on, Suits, and I feel like when she married Harry, it was the worst thing that could ever happen to that show.
Whoa, spoiler! You gotta be saying that stuff. Come on.
No, when she married Harry in real life, things happen on the show. If you want the spoiler of what happened on the show because she married Harry, watch it yourself.
Okay.
It's heartbreaking, though.
Is it? Oh, I haven't seen the show before.
So they did Mike Ross so wrong. Anyways, I think she needs to apologize for it.
Yeah, I can't stand Oprah, as y'all know that. So if this is anywhere true, why would any...
Oprah is just incredibly wealthy. And like, again, I haven't seen her get into politics, so what's up?
But the thing is, like, why are they wanting rich... Isn't that what the Democratic Party says? Oh, we don't want rich people in power? Yeah, these are all rich billionaires. Millionaires, you know? But...
So this says back in 2020 election, there was, again, the same place, the Daily Mail here, that they were saying Markle was potentially going to be running for Senate, I guess. But again, it's the same source back then, and I never saw her run for Senate.
Yeah.
I guess adding this in here saying that, hey, we said this crap last time, like, well, yeah, but like she didn't run.
It didn't happen, yeah.
Like, for U.S. Senate? Yeah, she never ran for U.S. Senate. So, I mean, it may be, but I feel like there's probably a more obvious name that'll get the appointment, not these sensational names. I think this is just get people to read this article.
Yeah, get some money. Click and it worked.
And, you know, more importantly, like, who's going to, after the 14 months, who's going to actually take the seat? Because whoever takes it's probably going to be there for freaking ever. So, can we get somebody who actually is, you know, like a,
but see,
a
do you think a death? Do you think a death could make it flop or no? With everything that's going on,
I don't. No. I mean, have you seen the California numbers?
No, but
not even. It's not a flip state.
Not right now, but
I mean, it's a blue stronghold.
There you go. I don't know anything about California. I know they're very blue,
it's gonna be blue forever, basically, unless it gets chopped up into multiple states, like it probably should be. Same could be said for Texas, by the way. Texas is red forever, but if you chopped it up, there'd actually be a blue state in there.
Oh, for sure. But that'd be insane.
There's gonna be a red state in California, and like I don't know. I think we should do this. States is because the more states we have, the more representatives we have.
Yeah.
The more representatives we have, the more the power is spread out. The more democratic it is. I'm all for making new states. Let's make Puerto Rico official. Let's make all the territories
let's
official.
Just take Canada over too.
The Virgin Islands, everything, all of them. Make them states. Give them senators, not just states in name. Give them senators.
Then
that's my take. But my
opinion
doesn't matter.
You're just some guy, yeah.
I mean, conservatives would have a heart attack if any of that were to happen because they don't want that. That would make them more likely to lose the country forever. And I don't know, Democrats don't want to win. I literally can't understand why they don't want. When they have the majorities to make things like that happen, they don't do it. Like, don't you want to just win?
Yeah.
No, they actually kind of want to lose, as weird as that sounds.
Okay, well, that was...
So anyways, I guess we'll all find out. Is there a time limit? When does he have to do this by? I guess that's the other thing. She dead. But how long do we have to put somebody there? I don't know if the article actually mentioned it. God, they're really just talking about Meghan Markle a lot in this. Newsom said he would avoid the field of candidates already campaigning for Feinstein's post. So people that are actually going to run for it in 13 or 14 months are not ones he wants to name, because I guess that would give them an advantage in the race. So that makes sense. I'm good with it. Including Barbara Lee. So, let's see. How long do we have?
I don't know.
10 hours or death. He faced calls to honor his commitment to name a black woman.
What? Name a black woman.
But he can't name Barbara Lee because of his other thing of candidates. So who's he going to come up with? Is that why we've come up with Oprah and Markle, because they're black women? Is that literally what happened?
Maybe.
Yeah. She's Creole and something else. I used to know her actual shit because I had a debate with my old roommate about what she was. You know, it's, I don't know, we learned something. Heckles is a potato.
Oh, potato heckles. Yeah. Good day, heckles. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you had a great weekend. And hope you have a good week coming forward. But yeah, that's...
I'm not seeing like a time limit. It's probably like most government things. Position open.
It can take 13 months and 10 days or something like that.
Yeah, and just... I don't know. All right. Let's look at this. Wait, this one you found? I don't remember this one.
Antibiotics. I don't think this was you.
Okay, U.S. health officials propose using a cheap antibiotic as a morning after pill against STDs. You know, if you wake up and something's itchy that shouldn't be itchy, you know, maybe. Gotta wait for them to get their proposal through, but maybe just take some antibiotics, I guess. You know, clean hyclate.
Well, it gets okay not to be too safe, but after a while, antibiotics will wear off.
Okay, this says the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention announced Monday, October 2nd, that it plans to endorse this antibiotic that this dude's holding.
And those are my
doxycycline hyclate as a post-sex morning after pill that gay and bisexual men can use to avoid some increasingly common sexually transmitted diseases.
Hey, Heckles, your emojis are always cool. But yeah, so it's a morning. Okay, so it's a pill that can make people get less STDs. Cool, sweet.
Well, specifically for dudes, gay dudes and bisexual. Yeah. I don't know. I guess, you know. So.
But yeah, it's cool, right? So I guess that works. But like again, if they're literally popping one of these every night, it's not going to work, you know.
So they did studies and found that people who took this antibiotic within 3 days of unprotected sex were far less likely to get chlamydia. So wait, syphilis or gonorrhea, compared to people who did not take the pills after sex. So wait, how'd they do this?
Well, yeah,
how'd they do this?
That's a weird test, husband. Like,
how'd you do it? Tell me. Tell me how you did the test, scientist. How much gay sex did you watch?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, like, but they take the word for it, but.
Apparently, there's less evidence that the approach works for other people, including heterosexual men and women. That could change as more research is done. They must do more research.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you need to do more research.
Scientists are the ones being the test subjects. Like,
you know, this was kind of inconclusive. Could you come back and just keep doing that?
Yeah.
Actually.
So. We're horrible. But yeah,
as long as it stays cheap, it says this is a cheap antibiotic that's been available for more than 40 years, so it should be open patent kind of thing.
Yeah. But
it's used for acne. I mean, that's
use too much antibiotics in one thing, it'll stop working. So sooner or later, this will be useless.
Oh yeah, you always got to have that in mind, that our bodies adapt to things, including medicine. So.
But yeah, good on them, I guess, and hopefully this stays cheap. But guess what? Pharma doesn't want people to get healthy. I don't know if we talked about that before. I'm sure we have. But they want people to be sick. But they rather be making $1 a pill, or rather be making $100,000 friggin' dollars off of a treatment to save your life, you know?
Yeah, and this kind of thing should remain cheap. You know, there's no reason to make it expensive, especially if we're discovering it's got a use like this.
Isn't the morning after pill to kill a baby? Like.
Well, no.
That's what I always thought that was over-the-counter pills, like. Not to kill the baby. So I use those in the wrong term. My bad.
Really? We're just gonna use the completely hyperbolized Republican words. I'd be like, oh yeah, the morning after kill stuff.
I've been watching too much. Okay, anyway, but to kill the fetus or what it to make it not spawn or whatever you want to use.
Basically, I think it makes the egg pass.
Okay, but regardless, that's not okay. But whatever. That's
the fertilized egg is shot out the vagina.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get my sensor. Yeah. I guess
it's not a baby. It's an egg that's been infected with a sperm.
Okay,
that, eventually would become a baby. But at that point, it's so dumb and little. It
doesn't even have a breed. Yeah.
You can pee it out or poop it out or whatever it is. It comes out somewhere.
Oh. I corrected myself. Anyway, let's go on or no?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else on more after pill. This just seems good. Keep it cheap, keep it available, and maybe make sure that our healthcare plans can get it. That's our black people being able to get it.
But then
what's wrong with this?
What happens if it gets super expensive? That's when the farmer's gonna be like, "Oh, we repatent this. It's ours."
Well, that's when we give up because it's just another pill that's way too expensive, and just add it to the pile of too expensive shit that somebody bought the patent and now nobody else can have it, kind of thing. Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, let's hope not, because obviously this is a positive thing. There's nothing negative going on here, right?
Nope.
This didn't even say side effects or anything like that you would normally see with a pill.
Well, antibiotics don't really give you side effects.
Right. Other than the one you said, which is the more and more you use them, the more resistant you become, and then you can't use them when you need them for something else.
Is that a side effect? I guess, maybe.
We could argue but that's all. That's all we got.
Remember that one person we talked to who thought they were high on antibiotics?
I vaguely do.
Yeah,
I was just laughing because of the next story's picture.
Look how happy that daily looks. Look.
If anybody's just listening, you should just take one moment to look. I mean, this is the most excited you'll ever see a 104-year-old.
Yeah, that is amazing. Kudos to this lady. I don't know who she is, but know what?
So we got Chicago woman, 104, skydives from plane, aiming for record as the world's oldest skydiver. What do you mean aiming?
No,
isn't this it? I don't even. Do we
need to look that up? Maybe you have to land to survive.
Oh shit, that's a good point. Where's her arm?
Yeah, it's gone.
She lost the fucking arm.
It's there.
Holy shit!
It's right there.
Okay, it's there.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. But yeah, my God, kudos to her. There's 5 photos.
Dorothy Hoffner.
Let's go through all 5 photos.
Oh, you're right. There are 5 photos here. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. I mean, she actually looks pretty happy there.
Jeez.
Not too uncomfortable looking, to be honest.
Yeah,
buff dude behind her, so he's gonna take care of the landing, I'm sure.
Yeah.
She made it. This her. She landed. Walker. This is after becoming the oldest person. This one or this one?
Both. No, grandson.
Son and grandson.
Yeah. That's amazing. Holy moly, Dorothy.
This says. Waves to the crowd with Daniel Woolsey and friend Joe Connett. They don't have the same last names.
No, okay, maybe it's not.
Buddies. She's just an old lady with buddies.
Look at that smile. Holy
moly. This is Woolsey. This was the guy skydiving with her.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so that's the skydiver there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very similar photo. There we go. Kudos to Dorothy. My gosh. If I make it to that age, and I would love to be able to do that. If I jumped out of a plane now to have a heart attack,
and this took place in Ottawa, Illinois.
Ottawa, Illinois, yeah. Because Ottawa's literally not that far from Illinois either.
Is it not?
No, because Ottawa. Look it up, Ottawa, Canada. Ottawa, Ontario. To Ottawa, Illinois.
So it looks like Ottawa is just southwest of Chicago.
I guess it's a 12-hour drive. Never mind.
And it's actually quite a bit outside of Chicago. It's not even I wouldn't even call it a suburb like Aurora or Naperville. It's real far out down there. It looks real small. I mean, it's where you would expect to find an old lady.
Yeah. Anyway. Right? But yeah, amazing. Congratulations to this lady. I hope she...
Age is just a number.
Yeah, it is. Well, for some, like I said, I'd die. I'd fall out, and I'd have a heart attack. That old lady, she's like, "Woo!"
Now, of course, she had to have beat somebody.
She survived. She's about to see a third world war. Holy
this lady
moly.
that had the record only had it for like a year. That's kind of cruel. Linnea, we're sorry. Linnea Ingegard Larson from Sweden.
Yeah.
Our bad. Our bad. Or if she's still alive, jump again. You know?
Freaking have a battle of the old ladies jumping out of airplanes.
You think she's still alive?
I don't know. But whatever. Like, I'm sure they're not that greedy.
Is alive.
Give everybody their 15 minutes of fame.
And I see the article of when she became the oldest.
Oh, yeah. Or just on your regular screen, we don't see anything else.
Yeah, I don't always want to show my aimless wandering, but here it is. Here's the other old lady, and they got pictures of her too.
But she is. Holy moly.
103-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Became the oldest, but this was in 2022, so obviously she's got her ass beat.
Yeah, well, congratulations to them both anyway. What a cool thing to do.
Now, who did she take it from?
I don't want to go into it. We can stop right now. That's
we?
The end of the show. Okay. We do a few more things to go over here, I'm sure.
Catherine Hodges in 2019. Okay, yeah, we could keep going. Literally, these articles would link forever. That could be a deep dive. I suggest do. All right,
marijuana.
A landmark marijuana bill is headed to the Senate floor. What could it be? What could it be, Mike?
To lock everybody up for touching it.
So I don't know how things work up in Canada, but we've got a few states where you can legally purchase marijuana now.
Okay.
However, there's an extra rule. You basically have to pay cash.
Yeah.
There's no using bank
because it's
transactions.
Federal, yeah.
So what this is that's coming up is that specifically the banking bill that will break barriers between financial institutions and cannabis companies, allowing them to potentially accept more than just cash.
That's good because we take debit cards here.
Iterations of this bill have been presented in committee since 2015, but this is the first time the bill has received a yes vote and made its way to the Senate at large.
Like, I'm not for a cashless...
We've been trying to get this.
I'm not for a cashless society at all, but you should definitely have the ability to take a debit. Maybe not credit, but debit at least.
Well, it's also just a risk because you're definitely got cash on hand.
Cash on you, exactly. Now that's just an opportunity for more places to get robbed. So if they get robbed, is it a federal crime because they're breaking a federal rule? Like,
yeah, I don't know. Now, what I will say is some places have workarounds for this where you can effectively use a debit card, not a credit card. Yeah, I don't think they take credit cards, but basically with the debit card, they do a 2-transaction approach. The transaction for the marijuana is still cash only, but they basically do an ATM withdrawal at the cash register with the first transaction, and then immediately use that cash for the payment of the next thing. So
makes sense, yeah.
It's basically you hand them your card or swipe your card.
Cash back.
It all happens.
And you get cash back.
The only thing is they say, if you're going to do that, they have to charge you an extra $3, which is the ATM fee for the ATM withdrawal. Literally... It's a workaround that they can't even call out. Hey, it's totally legal.
When I actually did this at a liquor store where I worked out a long time ago. I not the same thing, but I charged people for cash back. They want cash back. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to charge you an extra 15%, even though it's only 10. I charge them 15% more. Most people are like, sure, I'll pay the 15%, take out cash right now. I'm like, hey, whatever. You want that $100, it's going to be $115, and they'd pay it.
I mean, people can make agreements to do dumb things if they want. Yeah. I go to ATMs all the time and say, oh fine, give me my money. I'm
like, no, this is how it is. When I told him, I was like, I'm probably keeping most of this. It's been over 7 years, so if it's illegal, it doesn't matter.
So yeah, hopefully something happens with this so that we can start to let this industry be what it should be. Obviously, we still need to get some of the federal shit off the books, get the scheduling changed. It's like such a crazy amount of work that has to happen for something we all know is safe.
Okay.
So.
Well, I like marijuana. I don't suggest young people smoke too much of it, but.
Yeah. Now with the good news, we gotta go right back to bad news.
Yeah, we have one happy ghost story. But two. I guess we had two there.
Probably.
Okay.
Woman who fatally shoved 87-year-old vocal coach to the ground in New York sentenced to 8.5 years in prison.
That's it?
Oh. So should it be more?
Well, she murdered somebody, so yeah.
Well, it is fatally shoved. I guess I just kept reading after this. Oh, she just shoved something. Oh no, fatally shoved. So yeah, I mean, 8.5 years doesn't seem right, especially since shoving is.
Solved.
I mean, it's not an accident. Like this isn't. This isn't an accidental. Yeah. So what did we give her? In 5 years post-release supervision, that's basically
it. Intentionally shoved her to the ground.
All right.
Was she gonna rob her or something?
The fall caused massive hemorrhage. Yeah, that kills people. She died 5 days later. But what did they charge her with?
Manslaughter. Okay. I don't know what to say. Another shitty ass CNN article.
I don't understand how we could do this whole article and say she got 8.5 years, but not explain what the charge was.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate.
Here, let's go back to
charge with 26-year-old manslaughter.
With manslaughter. Here's the lady she killed. Old lady. So yeah, that's what I was kind of looking for. Was what did she get? 2 counts of second-degree assault. And 1 count of first-degree manslaughter.
8.5 years doesn't seem like a lot, but that's my opinion.
Doesn't first-degree manslaughter mean accident? I don't know. I'd have to look that up again.
It's not like the intent not to kill. Like if you get in a fight with somebody, I think you can get manslaughter if you punch them in the face and they die. Like yeah, you did it. You fought them. You knew you were doing something wrong, but you didn't mean to kill them.
Yeah. But obviously, you still looked at 8.5 years and went, that seems like
that's my opinion.
Right?
I don't think it's right, but.
So, what did you think of when where was it? I think it was in D.C. The police in D.C. did this to like an 89-year-old man, and he started bleeding out of his ear.
I haven't heard about that one, but hopefully they got some in trouble for it. But. I haven't heard about that.
I believe they ended up with nothing, but we can hop along right here because it got its own Wikipedia page. It's known as the Buffalo Police shoving incident, and here's the old man.
One,
Here's them shoving an old man.
I do remember him going. I don't remember exactly what happened. So,
So they were charged with felony assault and not convicted.
Not convicted. Okay.
So when you look at that lady pushing, and you said 8.5 years, not enough.
Well,
and then you look at this one, the police did it, and 0 years. No, but like, look at those two like stories. That's crazy. Why would the police get no conviction here? Like, I don't get that.
The only thing I can think of is because it was a protest, and maybe he ran towards the police. I don't remember exactly what happened, but regardless, he should have got killed. That's pretty messed up.
He didn't die.
No, he didn't die? Oh, okay.
No. He had a serious brain injury, was in the hospital for 4 weeks.
Okay, but that's good he didn't die.
They basically gave him brain damage.
Yeah.
And was he running at them? No, he's an old man.
I don't know, man. Like I said, where I said what? I don't remember. This happened 3 years ago. I remember seeing the video at the time, but that happened several years ago. I can't remember everything.
So Gugino, who was holding a helmet and a phone, approached officers Robert McCabe and Aaron Torgalski. Gugino appears to talk to the officers while gesticulating, what the hell that means, Initially, McCabe hesitates. Some officers yell, move, and push him back. McCabe pushed Gugino with his baton, while Torgalski used his right hand to push Gugino. Third officer John Losey also pushed McCabe, possibly amplifying the force of McCabe's push on Gugino. After being pushed, Gugino stumbled backwards and fell, hitting his head on the pavement. So 3 different officers are on tape doing pushing. And what did he do? Gesticulating?
Yeah, that's not cool. So
whatever that means. He was trying to return their fucking helmet. I watched this clip. It was an old man who was actually he liked cops. It was a pro cop old man trying to return their fucking helmet. And they shoved him to the ground because that's how they treat or anybody near a protest. It's not a way to treat people. And it should get 8.5 years.
Yeah, that's for sure. They should get time for that.
Yeah.
I'm just,
they didn't though.
They should,
and we can't go back and make that happen. But, you know, the 2020 protests, when I look back on it, these are the kind of things I remember. Like, literally, they were protesting that exact thing.
Yeah.
That was what the protests were about, were police doing brutality, and they brutalized that guy and didn't get convicted.
Yeah, that's
sweet.
Fine.
But, hey, we got this this lady who pushed an old lady or something.
She got some time.
Yeah. If she was a cop, she wouldn't have gotten any time. The 26-year-old.
Yep, I know exactly what you're saying. Just jotting down some notes here. Okay, let's go. So Apple.
Yep, this next one we can all agree is crazy.
Troubles with the iPhone 15s. I heard a lot of shitty reviews about this.
And they've been pushing the advertising of this like crazy.
Yeah.
Like they really want people to get this stupid iPhone 15, even though there's not much reason to get it. And now we're finding out it's gonna like blow up in your pocket.
Yeah. Hey, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, not that big of a deal, right?
So Apple says all iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max models should get an update right away. Otherwise, they'll go over 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
It doesn't say soon. Yeah.
Get an update soon. Get it soon. Otherwise, your phone will go over 100 degrees in your pocket.
What the
I don't want that.
What kind of code does that? You know, like, holy moly.
So, after a few weeks of user complaints, Apple now claims that the 100-plus degree iPhone 15s are due to a round of glitches in the iOS. So, they're saying it's a software-related problem.
Yeah, that's exactly, it's weird.
It's not some sort of hardware hang-up caused by a new titanium frame or 3M NM processor.
And I've seen photos of them being broken. I've seen a whole bunch of stuff go wrong with them so far.
There's a bug within iOS 17 and on some apps that is impacting some iPhone 15 Pro devices to be addressed in a software update. Okay, well, I guess just look out if you're using Uber, Instagram, or playing Asphalt 9.
Asphalt 9, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, this list is crazy, but like Uber and Instagram is a lot of people. So like, what do you mean just don't use those? Like I don't use either of those, but like Uber Eats I use.
Uber. Boom! Why does people keep blowing up in my back car? Frig! But yeah.
Apple's currently working with other app developers to fix the overheating issue. Wait a minute. So they can't fix it themselves?
That's why they say soon. Pretty crazy.
I don't understand how it's like the onus of all these other software companies to stop Apple's product from failing. Especially when iPhone 14s don't have the problem.
Yeah. The only reason they did it is for the new charger. That's the only neat new thing. Apparently the camera's great, but I've seen videos of people dropping the phone 2-3 feet, whole glass breaking, and literally the frigging lens of the camera falls off because it's not attached to the lens anymore. It's not attached to the unit. It's attached to the back glass casing. Like, the unit itself is made out of titanium, but the glass is made out of glass. Like, maybe not glass, but ceramic glass maybe. Anyway, I'm glad I have this Samsung.
I'm also a Samsung guy.
That's going on 3 years old. I did have an incident a while ago. You can see I burnt my phone with a solder iron, but it still works.
Mine has been dropped several times at this point. The screen has got all kinds of shit.
I've just been lazy by a new case. Here, I'll just show the damage if you can see it. Just a little bit of damage. You can see the little bit of mark here. Luckily, the solder iron just burnt my case. But yeah,
What's
still
Samsung's
works.
most
I
recent
literally
number?
melted my phone and it still works. You drop an Apple phone 3 feet and it's done. Come on. What were you saying? Sorry.
What's their most recent phone now? Because I feel like mine's pretty old.
I don't know, Samsung.
Mine's like S13 or S15.
No, they're
like
at 23 or 24, I think. So.
Whoa! I've got an S10.
No, but see, they jumped.
Did they skip some?
But
there is a 20. I see a 20
I think
right
I got
here.
a 20.
And I see a 24. I see a 23. Yeah. So there's been a 20, 21, 22, and 23 that I have skipped. I've skipped out because it's really silly. There's no reason to do it.
The only reason I got it for free in a contract. I'm so glad I'm out of it now. But I don't need the newest phone. They don't do anything more. I'm always so happy to get it, but when I get it, nothing ever changes. Like, it's not that same feeling I got back in the day when you got that first iPhone back in 2009 or 2010. You're like, friggin' A, I got this cool phone. Like, I can touch the screen. Like, that was a rush. Now it's like...
Now it's expected and...
Yeah.
Like...
Exactly, right? So... But yeah, next one is Dustin's favorite childhood show, Barney.
No, that's a bald-faced lie. I'm a lamb chop guy.
Lamb chop. I'm a lamb chop. But yeah, it's okay. Good, let's go on.
Mattel CEO claims its Barney movie won't be weird.
If someone says that, it's going to be weird. You know that, right?
This was the other one we teased in the teaser lines. The childhood movie nobody asked them to make. Nobody wants it. So their response is, hey, we're just normal films. We're just innocent film.
When you have to say that, okay, whoa.
Whoa, you can't call Barney that. I can't. You don't know.
He looks pretty, looks pretty freaky. No, also, what the frig? Okay, I wasn't the biggest fan of Barney, but I remember watching as a kid sometimes. Ooh. Okay.
All right. Here we go. Bunch being one focus on Barney the Purple Dinosaur that will star Nope's Daniel Kaluuya. Well, I mean, is that going to be Barney? Is that who's going to play Barney?
The voice of Barney.
All
right. Like whatever, cool. Make some money, but do kids even know who Barney is anymore? Are they trying to get an older crowd, or are they just trying to get parents to go and watch us, and the parents are going to be upset and the kids aren't going to give a shit, you know? That's why they got to come up with these new movies, and releasing old movies is not working. Like The Mermaid flopped.
So this says back in July, the executive claimed this movie would, quote, lean into millennial angst.
Okay, is that... What? Wait, I'm going to have to Google that word. 1 second.
Angst, that's like anger, like, you know, when you're a pissy teenager and you're just like mad at the world, that's angst.
Deep anxiety or dread typically something about human. What? I'd never seen that.
Really, quote, really a play for adults. Not that it's R-rated, but it'll focus on some of the trials and tribulations of being 30-something, growing up with Barney.
No, okay.
Just the level of disenchantment within the generation.
Nope, I'm not gonna do it. We're not doing it.
That same month, fellow executive Robbie Brunner described it akin to being John Malkovich or adaptation. But any movie that has Barney is not certainly going to be straightforward. Not making Ted. What? You're making a Barney movie. What are you thinking you're doing? I know you're not making Ted, but you're not making being John Malkovich.
So it's not Barney. It's fucking... I don't know. I love you, hate me.
I love you.
You hate me. We are a dysfunctional family. Or something like that. Dysfunctional family. But yeah, I will not watch that.
I mean, I gotta see a trailer because I don't quite understand what we're making here.
I want to watch a trailer just to see what it was, but...
Like, yeah, what are we doing here?
I'm going to eat some mushrooms and maybe watch it. That's about it. So, when I say mushrooms, I just mean like the deep fried ones.
Yeah, like sauteed.
Yeah, sauteed.
Sauteed morels. Yeah. All right. This is an alert. This is an official alert. An emergency alert test will sound October 4th on all U.S. cell phones, TVs, and radios.
Yeah, I thought I'd just put this in here for all the American people who are watching, just because don't be freaked out. Somebody brought up a good point, and it seems I thought it was kind of crazy, but some people actually have phones that are hidden, like from their spouse, for safety reasons and for bad reasons too. But for safety reasons, they have that phone hidden, right? Even if it's on silent, it's gonna go off. So it's best to turn that phone off. Do you have it for that reason? I don't know, maybe rewarding people for not cheating, but hey, if it's hidden for your safety, or because that some people do have that, like sadly people do need to do that.
This will last for 30 minutes, starting at 2:20 p.m. EDT. So that's not us.
No, that's probably 11 a.m. your time, 11:20.
Yeah. That.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a test. It's only a test. Wouldn't that be shitty?
Es una prueba.
See, wouldn't that be the shitty part? Is something that actually goes down at that time for you? Like, wouldn't that be horrible? You're not even listening to the words I'm saying. But yes, imagine if some shit hits a fan and everyone's like, oh, just a test. It's not a test.
Oh, if somebody like coordinated doing something at the same time, like because everybody's being told in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah, it would be. But that's not going to happen. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's not like that happened in the past ever.
No, never. But yeah, so that's.
Or wait, maybe no. I think I can't. No, I think I forgot.
That's that. When it actually happens here, even if I'm watching like Netflix, my Netflix will shut off and it'll come on the TV. So it's a good idea, like especially for Amber Alerts and stuff like that. It's always good to keep an eye out. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up our show tonight. It was nice.
No, it's not. We have one more.
Do we? Okay, I thought that was the last one.
We haven't even talked about the organ trafficking.
Oh my gosh. We got to even write that one down.
Yep, organ trafficking. Pakistan police bust organ trafficking ring that took kidneys from hundreds. You know that thing where you wake up in a bathtub of ice and slit in your side of your stomach? You don't know what, but it hurts a little bit.
It's really happening.
That happened.
It was really, really happening. So,
8 members of an organ trafficking ring in northeast Pakistan have been arrested. So they got a bunch of them.
Yeah, that's crazy. More than 300 people and transplanted them into rich clients.
Oh,
like, where were these rich clients? Where were these rich clients? The kidneys.
Can we repossess these? Just asking.
Been arrested 5 times for. But did he kill them or did he keep them all alive?
Malpractice. We managed to secure bail each time. I mean, at least 3 people died from having their organs harvested this way. So
that's not too bad. That's still horrible.
Yeah, 3 out of 300, but also they didn't ask to have their organ taken.
Or maybe they did. Maybe they sold them. Times are pretty tough in Pakistan, right?
The transplants were carried out in private homes. I guess that doing it in a private home, 3 out of 300 is really good. Yeah. I'm doing often without the patient knowing. Well, of course, I mean.
Okay, without the patient knowing. Never mind. There you go. Yeah. So
that's if I'm taking your kidney.
That's literally where they get a girl to drug a guy, and then or vice versa, and so. Our rich American
car mechanic has helped lure vulnerable patients.
Kidneys were sold at 10 million rupees, $99,000 to $120,000 each.
That's a lot just for a kidney. Holy shit!
I'll donate one, Frank. Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah. Just call it. Yeah. Hey guys, need a kidney?
I'll give it to you for a little cheaper, maybe. You guys are going to sell it for $120K. I'll get you for $110.
See, they want the $120K. So, but at least they do try to keep the people alive. But they don't want dead people. That's why, right?
There are a lot more transplants and illegal surgeries than this. These are the
ones that they've confirmed. Yeah.
The commercial trade of human organs was made illegal in
only in 2010.
What the hell was going on
13 years ago? Holy shit! So
you're telling me 13 years ago you had to decide that?
I've seen video. I've never been to Pakistan, but I've seen videos of people having weird stuff for sale. I guess I'm not wrong. Well, that makes me cringe a little bit. Not gonna lie. Oh shit, they got a kid too.
Yeah, a 14-year-old boy Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Like, yeah, no.
Oh yeah, so screw Pakistan. That's pretty shitty.
Well, screw Pakistan. Screw organ traffickers. Yeah,
screw them though. From 2010, before that, that's pretty messed up.
Oh yeah, like, before 2010, what were you doing? Screw you for that.
That's pretty fucking sick. I'm sure they got a lot more weird, twisted rules that we don't know about, which we probably should look into.
Canada outlaw. What is this? What did that say?
Human organ trafficking.
Commercial trade of.
I'm gonna say it was always against the law. But I guess that's something you wouldn't really put in the first rule book, right? Would you? Like, hey.
All right, here we go. Canada passes anti-organ trafficking and pro-Tibet motion.
What year?
2022.
That's okay. That seems pretty wise. But maybe not.
It's S-223, also called the Trafficking in Human Organs, has already passed the Senate, which was sponsored by Senator Salma Atualajan. It bans Canadians from traveling abroad to receive an organ transplant without the informed consent of the donor or someone authorized. Oh, well, that's
different, yeah.
But it would also, it would that one doesn't apply. But it says it would make it illegal for Canadians to play any role in unauthorized transplants.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. A good
the maximum penalty of 14 years in prison. But like, it took you guys till 2022. Fuck.
Well, maybe they didn't know it's a big thing.
And then I'm going to look up America. Where I'm biased here.
Like, we know
in 1984, federal legislation outlawing payment for human organs for transplantation was adopted after only a cursory discussion of issues. So yeah, we said no to it. Looks like in 1984.
Hey, good for you guys. Alrighty, well, I do believe that is
the end of the show.
End of the show.
Or at least the end of the stories. As always, we have a few closing commentaries.
For sure. Now, have you noticed something new on this page?
I immediately do. I see a new font.
And?
It looks like there's an X down here. What's going on with that?
Go ahead to our website, borderlinebanter.com. As Dustin always says, click everything. You can go to our Facebook page, give us a follow. Go to our X page, you can give us a follow there too. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we're going to post all our stuff on there. Please click there. Also, if you haven't already, please give us a follow here on Kick. Every follow gives us a increase in our show. We can make better shows for you, have better art. If you look behind me, oh my bad, it's right over here. This is my cat who sadly passed away recently, but his name's Pi. I'm gonna have more art like that. Hopefully more photos of him too, because he was my baby. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good evening. Before we head out here, what do you want to say, Dustin?
Well, just like to thank everybody for watching, as I always say. Click all the buttons, click the likes, click the dislikes, leave me a comment. Call me crazy, call me brainwashed. Talk in the chat. We like to respond to anybody who wants to. Other than that, this has been the way the kid meows.
For sure. And like as always, we like to say it's okay not to be okay. If you ever need anybody to talk to and you have no one around, give these numbers a shout out. In the States, it's 988. They're available 24/7 for phone calls. In Canada, it's 1-833-456-4566. Give them a shout.
And they're also available via text, it looks like.
Sometimes.
It says SMS and chat, so you may be able to do some text.
Some hours, not always.
Yep.
But anyway.
Yeah, definitely reach out if you need that help.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I hope you have a good night. I'm gonna give you guys a host. I don't know who I'm gonna host yet. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Have a great night. See you next time. We're back on Wednesday night. Enjoy.